not in his life and what he did not do. I would put that.
Okay, let me focus you guys.
Because I know if they want, what they want. Oh, what I said, I'm not talking about this man's life.
No.
That's personal.
And first of all, that's hearsay. Anyhow.
That's right. And
but
that's between him and
but
the wife.
But it's hearsay. They'll say, well,
it's no real
we
proof.
talked to Bill Grant and he said. They'll say that.
He said, she said.
Yeah, no.
It's like going to court. With a,
but you guys have to sit down because I had you focused for sitting down.
No, we are going to sit down. The thing too is, you know, when a woman accuses somebody of like oral groping or even rape, until you get the real. It's he said, she said.
Excuse me a minute. How should I say?
Well, let's just say we're just
like this.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Just you guys are talking to each other. Don't even worry about the camera.
No, let him just do it. Leroy.
Okay, yeah, but I want to make sure.
No, it looks good. So go ahead and just start discussing. Start off with, so what do you think about the whole Arnold situation in the media, and then just let it go from there.
Well, I'll pose that question to you.
Go for it.
All right. Well, we all know what's going on with Arnold. What's going on here? What do you think about this? I try to stay away from it, but Arnold I've known for years and years and years, and it's like they're crucifying him now. It's like, wow. I mean, the girl, the guy. I mean, Arnold's getting crucified. Nobody says anything about the girl, and it's like I don't know what's going on with this. I mean, I'm not on top of it. I don't know what's going on with that, but he gets crucified, and in every situation like that, it's always the guy. It's always the guy. You're right, and they hide the girl. They hide the woman. They never say anything about the woman. And that isn't she a part of it?
Well, no, she's more a part of it than the man, in my estimation, because it's like bringing dog meat to a dog. Now we're dogs, that's the word. Men are dogs.
Yeah, I know.
Well, don't bring them the meat. They're bringing the meat, then because we're eating it.
Yeah.
You see,
throw him a piece, give him a steak, but you're supposed to eat that steak.
The point simply is that the media is allowing to perpetuate this, and women are taking full advantage of it.
Oh yeah.
Now, as a woman, she had all she had to tell Arnold was, Arnold, you're a married man, I'm married. She was married. I'm not going to have anything to do with you.
Right.
That's all she had to do. Right. Then they said, oh, he had the power over her. Bullshit. She went to court saying that she was fired because she wouldn't have sex with Arnold. Why, she could sue for men. That Gloria Allred, that lawyer, you heard of her.
Oh, yeah.
She would be all on top of Arnold. If that was the case, they're trying to say, oh, it's the power. Arnold had no. Arnold had less power if she had accused him of her. If she was a woman and had any regard for the sanctity of marriage, she'd have went with him. Arnold didn't rape her.
Plus working in the house.
And Arnold didn't rape her. The point is, and now they're protecting her. Protecting her from what?
Yeah.
But they're not protecting.
She's the bigger part of it as he is.
And they're crucifying Arnold.
Yeah.
First of all, we got to say one thing. Arnold's a man.
Yeah, exactly.
And a man has his weakness. Now, all we have to do, all the women have to do to prevent cheating is keep their underwear on. Keep your drawers on, and there would be no cheating.
That's right.
Don't pull your drawers off as soon as the man comes in. Oh, he's a cheat. He's a dog. He's an animal.
That does kind of make sense. You can't do it if they don't agree.
She wasn't raped.
If they don't agree, you can't do it.
And they sit there and they talk about the sanctity of marriage. And if you have any respect for your fellow woman and the sanctity of marriage, you would not have sex with a married man. Look at the Governor Edwards. He is the worst animal that ever breathed. But look at this woman. She knew he was married when she cocked up for him.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
She had no respect for his marriage.
I didn't really kind of look at it in that respect. But
well, I look. She had no respect for the sanctity of marriage. She had no respect for him. She had no respect for herself.
But they twist it around and make like the guy doesn't
He's
have
the
any
animal.
respect, and he has no respect for the sanctity of marriage. But hey, it takes two.
He ain't supposed to.
It takes two to dance.
We're the dogs.
It takes two to dance.
But that ain't the point.
That's what I'm saying. But it takes two to dance. But it takes that one and this one, and that one to agree.
They have the power.
Yeah.
Oh, and they try to pretend we have it.
Yeah, no, they have more power.
Unless we rape them, we have no power.
Yeah. Keen and I were talking about that. He says the women are more powerful than the guys.
Well,
women have destroyed countries and
women that know men wrap men around their finger. We're babies. Mm-hmm. We're visual animals and they're mental animals. Yeah. And they're always scheming. Here you get me, boy. I couldn't be a judge. Here they got this woman that was married to Michael Jordan got $165 million. Wow. How many basketballs did she get around the court? How much did she do to make that money? She's a
Nothing,
woman.
really.
Can you imagine if it was a reverse?
And you know what that?
Can you imagine if Michael Jordan got 165,000? Oh, he ain't a man to take that kind of money from her. There are men when they want to be and women when they want to be.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
got us-
that's
they
really true.
got us
I've
wrapped
seen
up,
that.
bro.
A woman can be a woman when she wants to be.
And a man when she
Oh
wants to.
boy, yeah. When
it comes to standing out the goodies, I'm just as good as you. But when it comes to when the shit hit the fan, she's out of the picture.
Oh, it's called equality.
Now the
You
point,
wanna-
but
you
the
wanna-
point is, if these women weren't protected, like society protect them, go on out here and destroy the man. First thing they do, stop Arnold's a chief, and hide her. Oh, what the? Was she
Yeah.
17 years
You
old?
know, I wasn't really looking at that. She wasn't 17.
Well, that's you know what the point is. Not enough people look at it and
Yeah.
stop being. It's so goddamn hypocritical, make you
Yeah.
want to throw up.
No, you're right.
You know,
You're right. I
and
never
you
looked
see
at
them all. Oh, he's a cheat. He cheat. Well, wait a minute.
What
with
about
who?
the other person?
But with
The
who?
other- Well, the other person was cheating too.
But
Right?
with who?
Yeah.
The woman know. Look at Tiger Woods. Hey, I'm not saying it's there. If the candy's in the bowl,
You're going to eat.
don't tell the man, have the bowl of candy, but you better not eat it. Well, if you eat it, you're a criminal.
And I like Reese's peanut butter cups. If I see him in a bowl, I'm going to actually
Expose them. The only ones
keep
that
the
not
package
to be-
wrapped up.
The only
You know what I'm
ones
saying? Keep the package wrapped up. If you don't want him to eat it, keep the package wrapped. Don't open up the package. Don't expect him to
Well,
eat
the
it.
only ones that should be exposed is if you rape a woman, that's entirely different.
Yeah.
I have no respect for a man that rapes a woman. I really don't.
Just trying to
Because you
take
don't
it.
have to rape.
Yeah, right.
But these women are really destroying these men. Because these men are weak. And I mean, and you ever notice something? None of these gals are these raving beauties. I mean, the woman that Edwards got,
Yeah.
the woman that Clinton got, they were raving beauties. You ever notice that?
Right, right.
But these guys, the men, we have that in us. It's part of nature.
I think that's what it is too.
We see they are mental and we're physical.
Mm-hmm.
We look with the eyes, they look with the head. My friend tells me he's a wealthy guy. He said he knows who he's going to pick up at a car he goes to the singles bar with. Whether he goes to the Ferraris, it's Mercedes, he knows what kind of money he's going to get from that. The ones that are attracted to him. Because they want to know, hey, take a guy like, what's the guy in this rock star? He's, what's his name? He's skinny.
Mick Jagger?
Yeah.
Mick Jagger, yeah.
Now you know he is the dancing this thing around. You know what his daughter said? He brings girls home younger than she is. Why? Because he's Mick Jagger.
And yeah, and they,
I think
if
you
he,
think it-
if
you
he
think he
wasn't
was a
Mick Jagger,
poster-
they wouldn't go.
You think it's supposed to crush? You couldn't buy a woman.
No, exactly right.
You know, but
you know what?
there's
That I really know. You're
How
right.
many handsome men you saw with gruesome women?
Look at Hugh Hefner. If he didn't, was he? Do you think that he just got married
But-
with
but
another
how
girl?
many-
Who would marry you if you broke and ain't got no money? If you got money, you attractive as hell.
But I
well,
wanna-
think about what's her name? Nicole. What was her name? Nicole. What's her name? She died.
Anna Nicole.
Anna Nicole. How old was that guy she was with? 90 years old. Now, would she go with a 90-year-old guy who's broke? Ain't got no money?
A broke man. You've never seen a broke man with a young woman. You know that.
Well, I can tell also.
Name me some broke
I,
old man with a young woman.
I can't name them, but I can tell you, back in the day when I was out here in the early '70s, you'd go to the clubs, and you know what the first thing girl asked you? What kind of car do you drive?
That's what I said about Larry. They want to know.
They
want
used to ask me, what kind of car? What does that have to do with anything? What kind of car do I do? I drive a Volkswagen. Then they walk away. They find a reason. Oh, you know, you keep talking and listen. Oh, I'll go to the bed. I got to go to the ladies' room, and they never come back.
Because you see, and yet we're condemned. I'm sick of it. And we men have to stop protecting these women and make them embarrassed. They're not embarrassed.
Yeah, no.
They're the ones that are
Right.
aggrieved. You got to embarrass them. Why did you go when you went there and say, well, he promised, he's a married man. Why'd you go to bed with him?
Because he promised you something?
You aren't supposed to listen to him. He's a married
That's
man.
right.
What respect do you have for the sanctity of marriage?
What respect do you have for yourself? You
Well,
know.
No, they don't have. They don't even think about the respect for
You know,
themselves.
you're kind of putting things in a little bit more perspective for me. You really are. I'm serious. I'm really serious about it. It's just like what I just mentioned now. I mean, back in the day, what kind of car do you drive? That really blew my. What does that mean? What do you care about the car?
Because
You're talking to me, not to my car.
You know what? another mother, because I talk. See, I'm always inquisitive. One of my friends said that he met this girl in a bar. Now, of course, it's younger than that, and he says, "Hey, honey, how about you and I going out and having something?" She says, "Having what?" He said, "You don't have to make her love." She says, "You got any money?" It's like that. He said, "I didn't know it was much." He said, "I'm not a prostitute." He says, "But," she said, I can get a dick anywhere." He said, "You know, with his mouth open." Another one of my friends, show you how women think. Men that realize how women think wrap the women around their finger. Yeah. Men like you and I looking for love and fidelity. We don't want. Now he said, you know what he do? He said he goes in the bar with a singles bar with $100 bill full in his hand. He said they watch the one sitting up there pushing the men aside with the legs crossed. Men, "Hey baby, you look good like a bunch of weasels. Don't even understand how the one's mind works." He said he walks over to her, say a few words, said, "Buy yourself a trinket, darling," and walk away. Put $100. "See, I don't want your money." He walks away. He says, then when he comes back in the bar, he pretends he don't know her. He said, women are mental. Blows her mind. He said, looks over at his eye. He see her pull out her pen pack looking for what happened. He said, and never fail to come up, "Oh, hi."
Oh, yeah, right.
Remember now, who is this?
Yeah.
That could give me $100.
Remember me?
Yeah.
You remember me?
And
honey?
he said,
we met the other night.
It takes him about a minute to say, "Oh, yeah, how you?" He said,
right.
I asked him, I said, "Tell me the truth, Reggie. Has it ever?" He said, "It's never failed." But see, because you go to these bars, they're there to meet men.
Of course.
Yet they play the game.
We going to meet them, and they coming in to meet us.
Yes, and they play the game.
It's a meat market.
And if you come in there with your tongue hanging out and you're good looking, they expect that. You got to intrigue them. They're mental.
Yeah.
Men are, and a man that's mental and the woman that knows men, wrap them around the finger, and the men that knows women, wrap them around the finger. That's where it goes.
I remember going into the bar. I wouldn't get too excited. Well, my feeling is if you get too excited about a woman, she don't want you because you're not
You're not intriguing.
You're not intriguing, and you're not a challenge.
Yeah.
They always tell you when they talk, "I want a man with a challenge. I have a challenge."
You remember the lie they put out?
Easy.
You remember the lie they put out one time? Men, they want men that could cry. You remember that? They went through that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we want a man that's sensitive. They don't want that.
They don't want. You cry and they think you're a baby.
That's
They want
right.
to walk away. You ain't got no backbone at all. You ain't got no balls. You
That
crying.
rapper said that when he was half famous, you know, not as famous, but he got top. He said he would go into a club with some of his friends, and the woman would look at him. He said, they go, see, that's Tupac. He said, they'll all crowd around him. Remember that Tupac Shakur?
Oh yeah. Tupac was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said he was so, you know who else is contemporaries? Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson gets him so angry. He said because he knew if he wasn't a champion, he
wouldn't.
couldn't get the time of day.
Exactly.
But yet it's us. I'm so sick of us being
No, you're right.
dragged through the sewers as the worst thing to breathe. Animals, dogs,
Leroy,
cheetahs.
You're actually
And the women are
educating
so
me.
sweet. They're so sweet. If you're so sweet,
devious.
you know if you're so sweet, respect the sanctity of marriage.
Because they know when you come in a bar and a guy says he's married, you're supposed to walk away.
Well, yeah, you don't give a shit if he got.
But now something happens. Oh no, I didn't really mean to do that. He kind of enticed me or pushed me into. No, you did that on your own. He didn't drag out that
and
bar.
you know, when you know, like this, it's like Arnold. I watch Arnold. They're hiding the woman. You have to fight to find what she looked like.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that, hey, you can now, Bill. Now think about it. Have you ever seen a handsome man, a very rare ugly woman? No. But I've seen some ugly-ass man, some good-looking men.
Because he had money.
So, what's that tell you? But he ain't ugly and broke though.
You're right.
And I remember one of you and I played with my
Well, it's
customers a lot.
Cole Smith and look at you up there. They ain't the best looking guys in the world, man. I mean, but
if you got that money, one of these gals.
if I had a Playboy mansion, I'd have anything I want.
You drove. That's like honey that flies. You know, one of the customers.
You have a great point.
Well, no, because
we're like magnets. If you have the right power, the right thing to draw them into you, and money's the power. Oh, they got power, but you like that power.
They like
you
power
like
and
that
money. Right.
But you like it. Why are you saying you don't like it?
But you know, I don't
because
mind.
you wouldn't be with a guy most of the time without it.
But Bill, it's okay. But don't sanctify yourself and condemn us. I don't
Yeah.
care. This is you. This is the way you operate. But your operation is not less noble than ours because you know our weakness. You use your power over us being visual and physical over us, and then damn us for responding.
Well, yeah, maybe they should come out and say I was a willing participant with this as
You
well.
gotta be. They don't have to. Society is doing it.
Well, I mean, the woman could be.
But what- the
could,
woman-
could come out and
why
say, "I
she-
was." Well, don't crucify
No,
him.
no,
I was a
cruci-
willing participant
No,
with this.
no. Everybody knows it. It's the way the media
Yeah.
is packaged.
Well, that's the way. Yeah.
The way they package it.
Oh, the package
Don't
is-
expose a woman. What do you mean don't expose her? She went to bed with a married man.
You got a
What do you mean don't
You got a
expose?
hell of a good point, man. I didn't. I wasn't really thinking in those lines.
Well, you know what the difference, Bill, that's what's wrong with me. I do too much thinking. I'm
Yeah.
thinking and dissecting all the damn time.
No,
I mean, and I just get furious. I mean, Arnold is a very wealthy man. He don't need no charity or nothing from me, but I just hate to see him try to reduce him to a scavenger
That's what they
or a lecturer.
That's
you know,
exactly what they
and,
doing.
And,
Reducing
all
him
the
down to
man
nothing.
did, all the man did was I would be annoyed if he didn't respond. He's hanging home. He can't go out. The paparazzi is following every move he makes. He can't even urinate without them taking a picture.
You're right.
So the point is, he's got this woman hanging around willingly to go to bed.
You're
with
not
him.
the only one that said that. You're not the only. Quite a few people put it in that perspective.
But you know what? You'll never hear it on the media. Oh, they shouldn't expose her. What
Why
she's
not?
exposed herself.
I was going to say.
And
yeah,
she was married too. That's even worse.
Yeah, she was married too. So why can't she? She should share a lot of the blame.
And know what's amazing about all that is the LA Times still has not identified her name.
I don't know her name.
Yeah, the LA Times has not printed her name.
I know Arnold.
That's so hypocritical. Why? Why protect her?
Yeah, well, because she was a willing participant in this. He didn't rape her.
The only rape, and now I can understand a rape. I don't. I can understand.
He didn't
a
rape her.
Of course,
She was a willing participant.
90% of these, 99% of these cases is not rape.
You know,
But
it's kind
yeah,
of sad now.
well, no, you know
when
what
you're
you
looking
should
at this,
somebody
maybe I
should
should be a
say,
little bit more ignorant about
You want to
this.
cut down the incidents of cheating, expose the full participation of the woman.
Yeah, let it be known. Everybody participated.
What a
This is
dog
what
Tiger
it was.
was. What a dog.
Yeah.
All those whores cocked up for him. What a dog. But who were they? Who were they, kittens?
You know what?
Didn't they know he was married with
gets-
children?
It gets funnier and funnier as you say this, man. You're right. They knew. He was all out, and he was out
what do
there
you mean
anyway. You already
know?
know. No, I said they knew.
They don't care. Tiger Woods, they don't care if he married 15 women. They want, now you know another
They
thing.
got a dollar sign.
The sight.
When they see you like that, ooh, money.
And you know what? Also, but you know what Frank Sinatra used to do? Frank Sinatra, they said, was a real womanizer. He used to go on the set. All the starlets, he put the name on a piece of cardboard, put it outside his dressing room, and as he screwed them, he checked them off. And you know what? The women would be outside watching, they're looking who was screwed, and get disappointed they're not checked off. I mean, now this is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is an actual fact. Because they brag. I fuck Frank.
So why don't they put that in the media now, along with this?
Of course not. You got to sanctify them. It's us.
Well,
I'm tired of it.
You got to make it real news.
Well, no, I didn't do. What do you mean? No, not
No, that's what I'm saying. The way they're doing it now is news. The
What?
other way, nobody would want to.
No. Oh, yeah, no. If you say, why is it? In other words, Arnold, they say cheated, right? And so cheated. So Arnold cheated with this. Put
Yeah.
both their pussies on the front page.
See, but now it wouldn't be real news if you think.
Oh,
about
yes, it'd be news.
I mean, the thing is,
People be
if
Jackson,
if
and
you're
you know what's
crucifying the star, people more are going to keep watching it.
but-
oh, what else did he do? What else did he do?
Yeah, but no, you're crucifying the star, but you let them know who the star is. You crucifying them,
But
right?
they don't want to do that. They don't want to let them know.
Well, of course not.
Yeah.
And a
If they-
woman accuse you of rape, she hides while you crucify her.
Oh, she shouldn't. Nobody should.
But
they
you
don't say-
accuse
she
a
should
person-
know, nobody should know who she is.
Because she accused you. You remember this was a case where this woman made up against these 5 black football players.
Oh, I
you remember that case?
Oh, yes.
They
I
never
do.
touched it. They accused
touched
of
it, yeah.
rape. They were gonna.
And they crucified them kids.
crucify them, accused of rape. They didn't do anything.
Almost lost their whole lives.
That rape thing they have over us, we have to stop. You know, you accuse a man of rape, then you have to be exposed. Then they say, oh, they won't reveal it. Well, that's your problem. That's your problem. If you don't want to reveal who you are, then it's your problem. You're revealing enough. You don't revealing enough to be exposed.
Who's doing it?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be ashamed. If he actually raped you, you should have a problem with it. But if he didn't, of course you have a problem.
The way our men are being treated, and the way guys that are being destroyed and vilified, like they went out here and grabbed some woman and grabbed an alley and screwed. There's not much difference the way they talk.
It's a shame. Now, when you put it in this light, I mean, with this discussion, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit unnerving.
Yeah, it's unnerving. You know me. I'm
no,
right
it's good. Sometimes you have to analyze shit.
I see, man. I've been seeing it for a long time, but it don't change nothing.
Sometimes you got to analyze stuff, then break it down and say, is this right to do this to this person? And
digging,
they're almost killing his career. Yeah. You know that.
No. See, he doesn't make it. See, first of all, he had a career. We ain't got
right.
What he has now is double dessert. I mean, he has been everything he wanted. He was top movie star, governor. How much? Where you going?
Big movie star.
And he's not broke.
No.
He's not looking for work.
No.
So what?
If he don't work another day in his life, he'd be all right.
He's got the claim. He's worth $600 million, and Arnold burnt him a dime. Nobody gave Arnold a quarter.
Well,
Arnold's a maker.
Well, you know what? I always
he didn't make his money.
I've always said this, and maybe you were taught the same thing as a kid. Excuse me, growing up, my parents used to always tell me, nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you a living. Nobody, whatever they got, they earned it on their own. They don't owe you a damn thing. If they choose to help you and give you something, that's gravy. But don't expect anything from anybody to give you anything. You need to work for your own to get it. Kindness is a gift. It's not a right. That's right.
And nobody's kindness is you have no right to anybody's kindness.
You don't.
You got to appreciate. If anybody do anything for you, be thankful.
That's what my parents always told me. And so, there's a lot of people out there that really don't like him, but because he didn't do stuff for him, but he didn't owe us anything.
What do you care about? You think he got that 600 being liked?
No.
So what difference make you like? Okay,
well,
what
most people are famous that aren't like because sometimes you have to step on a few toes.
What do? You think they respect you who dole out your money? They think you're a fool.
Well, that's another thing about how the media is saying poor Maria Shriver, poor Maria. She didn't earn anything. She didn't. If you want to compare self-made people,
she's getting chump change compared to what I heard she's getting compared to what these people are getting.
I think it's 100 and something.
100,000 a month. That's nothing, and he's worth 600 million.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's the thing is she had that name from her family, and that's probably where she got her wealth was from her family. And yet, like you're saying, Arnold earned every quarter he has.
Arnold earned every.
And yet they're airing with the media, poor Maria, poor Maria.
But she worked though. But she worked.
Yeah, but come on. But would she have been hired if her name wasn't Shriver?
But the one thing that gets me is, Joe Weider gave Arnold everything he got. Joe didn't give Arnold everything.
Joe opened the door.
And
Arnold knocked it down.
Arnold walked through.
Right.
Joe gave him an opportunity, and they both thrived on it. Joe didn't. People were thinking.
Well, Joe didn't need Arnold. No. And Arnold. See, in other words, Joe wouldn't have been lost any business if he didn't promote Arnold.
No.
So that's why I respect him.
Right.
Now Arnold, but he opened the door for, and Arnold is a go. I mean, Arnold
is a go-getter.
When I first met him, I thought he was insane. I really did. I'm going to be a star. I said, what are you? You're going to be a star. As a matter of fact, I got audio that he got. I know he was surprised when I showed you that audio. Mm-hmm. That I got Artie Zeller. You know Artie Zeller.
Oh, yeah.
We were at my house, and Artie had set up the tape, but I didn't even know he had it set up. We bullshitting. And after we finished Artie's hair, I got I forgot was a
cassette.
Yeah, cassette for you. I said, yeah. We were all eating, and Arnold was talking about how he didn't take vitamins. He didn't take. I said, who are you stroking, Arnold? I said, well, who do you think we're stupid here? And I was telling Jay about it, and Jay made a CD of it. But the point is, I've always was in Arnold's face, because I didn't think. If you had told me Arnold would wind up where he was,
I would have told you were crazy. I would have took the bet. Yeah.
I mean,
anybody would have taken it. If you first met him, you would take the bet.
I'm going to be a star. That's what he said. I said, and at that time,
a star? What?
Yeah.
A star?
And
what?
Bodybuilders are looked down upon that.
Yeah, there's a star of what? From bodybuilding? Hey, I love bodybuilding, but that ain't gonna make you no star. Cause Steve Reeves got lucky. You think you're gonna get lucky?
No, but Reeves didn't approach his notoriety.
No,
No, he didn't approach it. Reeves was like minor stuff compared to my Arnold.
Yeah.
Arnold's a take charge guy.
Oh yeah.
And he had complete contempt for your intelligence, you know.
And
you know that, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Arnold speaks a word.
Oh, I know he is.
I remember before he got famous, and I think I told you the story before. When he picked up the scorecards.
Oh.
We were judging. I was like astounded. And you know how people, if you take charge, they let you.
Right.
He was just picked up the scorecards for 6 or 7 others. Arnold's much older than him.
Right.
He was a young. He hadn't made a movie yet.
No.
And then he starts in the back.
He was 20-something.
Yeah, I said, where you going? I'm going to add it up. I said, what are you kidding me? What do you mean, who are you? I said, you don't trust me? I said, hell no. And the other guy said, you know me. The other guy sitting there like, then they all got up on the chair then, and they went in the back room to tally the score. He had the gall to think that he was going to pick up the scorecard.
And he was going to
go
take
and mark whatever he wanted. I was like, I couldn't believe it, Bill. I could not believe it. Then I said, George, you're supposed to be running this contest, and you let everybody, because honor. And he was up there big and brash and take charge. You know, so we used to, but I respect him. You know, another thing you say, 2% of the people in the world are destined to rule other 98%.
Right.
Because he had contempt for the masses.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how what do you call psyching people out?
Right, yeah.
He always break, but I didn't never look upon it as vicious, though, for some reason.
No, I didn't either. It's part of the game.
Yeah, no, but I always looked upon him as just amazing that he had that husband.
Yeah.
You know, not that he was I never known him to be mean-spirited. I never known him to rob anybody.
No, I never see him do that.
No, you know what I mean.
Right, no, I know, right.
But he just, if he can't find stepping on you mean anything, he go to the next one. Because he's climbing the ladders. And he went to school. People can say all they want. I think the man is, I'm be honest with you, I respect him a lot. He one thing that he said, fuck guy stole his way up the ladder.
He didn't steal his way. How did everybody else get there?
Yeah, and they said he dominated the set when he was on the set, the movie sets. That's what they say. I don't know about that, but he dominated the sets. Everybody Arnold was the man,
Well, listen, I respected the stuff he did because he worked hard for it. I remember now.
You palled out with him more than I did.
With Franco, he worked as a mason, carpenter. He went to school at night.
Who?
Arnold.
Arnold worked as a mason?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he worked as a carpenter, a mason, went to school at night.
What did that tell you?
Arnold worked.
Nobody gave him nothing.
Arnold worked. That's why I keep telling guys, he doesn't owe us nothing. He did all the work. What did we do to deserve part of his fortune?
You can't get there not doing it.
No,
this is not something.
Why would he be stupid enough to give us money and we didn't even earn it? Like, why am I'm busting my hump and I'm going to give you my money?
Well, he didn't invent nothing. He worked for his money.
He did. He worked for it, and I try to always, especially I did a thing on Fox News with him, and I just tried to humanize him with people because if you don't know him, you would think he was born a star and he was given everything. And I had to let people understand it. This man worked his butt off when he came here. He could hardly speak. He had no mastery of the language. He couldn't dress right. Lived in a dumpy old one-bedroom apartment in North Hollywood. Drove a beat-up old red Volkswagen. Who is this guy?
A lot more day to day. I never had that day to day.
Yeah, and I used to go to his apartment.
You grew up with him.
He was brash, and he was like raw, man. He just said whatever came out of his mouth. And I will remember the time, I think I told you, right here on Ventura Boulevard, that him and Jerry Brainerd were walking down Ventura Boulevard, and this is when Arnold told the story to Jerry, which was great. Jerry's, can't believe it today. He says, Jerry, he says, do you know one day, he says, you know who Steve Reeves is? And Jerry said, yeah. He says, well, one day they're going to be talking about me in the same light as they talk about Steve Reeves. And Jerry says, oh, yeah, right. He says, but you want to know the most fantastic thing of all, Jerry? I'm going to be the biggest star in Hollywood. And Jerry said, he just laughed like crazy.
Wasn't it funny?
He says, yeah, right. You can't speak English or a bodybuilder and you got the name Schwarzenegger?
And you know something? And you take that E out and put an I in his nigger.
Yeah, I know it.
Black nigger.
Well, you know
that?
Schwarzer means...
Schwarz is black.
Black, yeah.
And you would
I used to tease him about it.
And you think that he would change it.
No.
They changed it to Arnold Strong. You think he would change it because Hollywood said, not him.
No, but he says, that's the way people are going to remember who I am. Schwarzer, that's how they're going to remember
me. He could get rid of that accent too if he wants. If he wants, he can get rid of that.
That's him. That's part of his
master.
Yeah.
Well, that's the contempt he had for the masses. He always mind Hitler. Not for what Hitler did to killing the Jews, but that Hitler could mesmerize a nation.
Yeah,
he thought he'd come to California and mesmerize, but he couldn't mesmerize them unions.
Yeah.
Them unions don't give a damn.
Exactly.
How many Terminators you made, buddy?
Exactly. See, that I think that was a space he was in that was a gray area. Like,
no, he thought he could dominate wherever he went.
But he can't.
But you know what I like about him, too?
At least he tried.
He could turn on a dime.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's not one of the ideologues that keep going until he falls off the cliff. If he finds he'll turn around in a minute.
Right, let me go back. Well, because he could see at the end, it's like, you know what, okay. Let me go back to that. It's fine. I did it, but you know what? I'll come back over here because I can dominate this more. I'm a little bit out of my field, but at least I got there. How many guys can claim? How many bodybuilders can say they became governor?
Well, look, you know what happened? How fascinating it is to me with him. When he saw his movie career was dying, he said, well, where's my next step? And they talk about him being a senator. He could never be a senator because he's one of the boys. He can't be one of the boys.
No.
You got to be top man.
No, he could never. He
could never be a senator.
No, they would never accept him in.
No, he wouldn't be if they would, because he don't want to be one of the boys. Yeah, you got to be top dog.
Yeah,
and you can't be top dog.
He wants to be head of the class. Yeah. I'm the teacher. y'all my students. And if I can't be the principal of the school, then I don't want to be here. That's what he wants. He wants to be the principal. Yeah. You guys are teachers, the students. I'm the head guy here at this school. I'm running it. And they said, no, we don't think so.
And he's a chummer. You know another thing I find with him? He don't need certification.
No.
He don't need to tell you. He don't need you to tell him he's somebody. He knows it.
Yeah.
You know how these guys walk around pretend that they got it all together. Inside they reek with self-doubt?
Mm-hmm.
Not him.
Arnold knew it.
He's there. That's why you can't embarrass him. I used to say, Hail Hitler to him. I said, how about, they say, Arnold, they casting for U-boat captains. You know, in the Second World War, the U-boat was a German submarine. And I said, they cast, I think you could apply. He done before he went to the movie. And he would laugh. Some people that have a problem, oh man, get out of here, fuck you. You know, he laughed.
Yeah, maybe that's what Don said, yeah.
I said,
that means having control.
They casted for U-boat captains. You know, I used to like to needle him, you know.
You always recognize that he wanted to be in control of everything that went on. He wanted to take control of his destiny, take control of whatever was going on at the time.
So now he can die in peace. He don't need no more movies. He don't need none of that shit. He has done it all. Where's he going from here?
Well,
they want to change the law so he can run for governor. I mean, for president.
Well,
that's never going to work.
This is what I always tell people. I says, you know, everybody talks about the American dream. Well, Arnold has lived the American dream better than anybody in this country. Think about this. Think about this. He has lived the dream. Listen, he came here with nothing. Joe was only paying him $100.
Well, I know Joe. Joe went heavy on the bread.
I mean, he had no clothes to wear hardly. He couldn't speak English. Drove that beat up old red Volkswagen. And look at him today. I mean, he married a Kennedy. He became the biggest star in Hollywood, the best bodybuilder in the world, and those are all the things he said he was going to do before it even happened.
But he never mentioned politics to me, though.
But he did mention somebody else, though. He told
must have been later on in life.
5 years before he was the governor, he told people.
What did he say?
I'm going to be the governor of California.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have.
He told somebody told.
Isn't that amazing?
That's him. He likes to.
And if it wasn't for that recall, he'd have never made it because he couldn't have won the primary.
But it's like Muhammad Ali. He used to predict the round he was going to knock somebody out in. That's who Arnold reminds me of.
But you know what was fascinating? That's what I say with anything you do. The doors that open. In other words, the recall. He could have never won a Republican primary. Right. He wasn't conservative enough.
Right, exactly.
But the recall, it was open to everybody, and that's how he was able to win on the recall. Who would ever think they were going to recall the governor?
Yeah. Arnold,
he would have had to run the Republican primary. Exactly. He was too socially liberal to win the conservative Republican primary.
Arnold took advantage of every opportunity that came along.
That antenna was out.
Yeah. And you have to take the opportunity.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And when it comes, you got to go for it. He who hesitates is lost.
But you know, his whole life was on the make.
Oh yeah.
Everything he did, and everything was temporary.
Well, if you think
about it, just like you said, I didn't even know he did that because you were closer to him and you dealt with him on a daily basis. I didn't deal with him on a daily basis.
Oh yeah, I mean.
And you see him like laying brick. Now see, the inadequate would have been beneath him. I'm not gonna lay no damn brick. I'm gonna be a star. That's the end of you.
Yeah, but he knew there had to be a means to the end.
He'd pee on the brick and get him up there.
He did whatever he had to do to get from point A to point B, and he wasn't shy about it.
I know, beautiful, beautiful.
I mean, yeah.
And I just hate to see what they're doing.
So on the other side, you have to say you can love him or hate him, but you have to respect.
But why should you hate him?
No, but you have to respect what he's done. Whether you hate him or not, you still have to respect the things that he's accomplished. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, the guys can scream and holler, but he did it. Hey, no, we should actually be ashamed of ourselves. Here's a guy who came here, didn't know the lay of the land, didn't know the language, nothing, and he took our lunch.
No, I don't know, because we all have levels and
well, he had aspirations because...
But he had the kind of stuff that I don't have.
Yeah, well, no,
I couldn't do what he did.
But you know what it is?
I don't
because
mean...
we're too used to being inside the box. See, he was outside looking in. He could see the opportunities where, think about this. Our kids in this country are screaming and hollering, I don't have no opportunity, I can't do this, and I can't... Why is it when other people, kids from other countries, they excel? Because they see the opportunities that we don't. Or they have much more, gumption and want to work hard. We've made our kids, I think, in America kind of lazy. We made it too easy. Everything comes too easy.
Something here, though.
In Europe, I lived in Europe for 3 years. Nothing comes easy. They have to work for it. I lived in Switzerland. They work 12, 14 hour days.
They don't have Arnolds in Europe. They don't make Arnolds.
Not anymore.
They don't make stars. They're not. You can't be a Kardashian in Europe. They don't have Kardashians in Europe. They're not designed that way.
But when you come here, if you have those aspirations and you go after it, you have the opportunity to get it. That's what I'm saying. We don't see those opportunities a lot of time. You saw it though. Look, you worked with Joe, but Joe kind of pushed you into taking that opportunity.
Joe told me this is it.
Open the store.
Yeah.
This is it. Open the store.
Yeah.
But he saw the opportunity when you probably didn't.
No, he didn't.
You know what you're doing.
No, he told me, I will never forget it, because he said, I'm going to California.
And I come with you?
I said, no, I'm not going. I said, California to me, oh God. He said, well, I said, Joe, he said, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. So I went looking for, I'll look for a job. He hadn't gone yet.
Right.
So I went to the unemployment places. And what Joe was giving me then, about $150 a week. That was good money then.
Oh, yeah, sure it was.
And you know what Joe said all the time? Joe would say, I love that guy. Stick with me, and you make $2.25 a week. And $2.25. I said, oh yeah. And that was Joe's thing.
Because most people were making like $60, $70, $80,
yeah,
$90.
$100 a week was pretty good money.
Yeah, you're making $250.
$2.25. That was his $2.25 a week.
That
That was his magic number.
You living like a king.
Not
you could buy a brand new car. Have a nice apartment.
Not bad.
A house, matter of fact.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if it's go that, but I know it was pretty.